to a holding company for the PSU Banks. CNBC TV18 Shireen Bhan spoke exclusively to the Minister of State for Finance, Jayant Sinha. He revealed that the new National Investment and Infrastructure Fund, or the NIIF, will be used to tackle NPAs.
You have to recognize that in other parts of the world, when they've dealt with NPAs, there have been specific vehicles that have been created, whether it is a resolution trust corp, whether it is a TARP-like facility, whether it's an ARC. People have created specific vehicles to deal with stressed assets. We are open to that. We are exploring that with the National Investment Fund, and it was explicitly set up to have that flexibility. We do have an opportunity to create funds, either general purpose funds or specific funds that are related to specific industries, for example in power, where, as I was saying earlier, that new equity can come to the table.
All right, let's discuss the banking space. Parag Jariwala of Religare Capital Markets now joins in. Hi Parag, afternoon. You know, the big mover today is Bank of Baroda. It's gained close to about 13 to 14%. We, with Jay Kumar on board, with his city experience and 53 years of age, do you think it's going to be a game changer for Bank of Baroda? Have you changed your view on the bank, or are you likely to do so?
See, I have not changed my view on the bank. See, I agree to a point that, 4 out of 5 MDs are having a PSU bank background, because, see, I think that Canara, with Mr. Rakesh on the board with 33 years from SBI and only 1 year from a very small private sector bank, ultimately he is a PSU cadre. Only one good appointment, to my mind, is the Bank of Baroda. Yeah, I'm very excited to see how the things actually move out, because this is the first time when we see a private sector MD, taking over as a PSU bank MD. But given that, I think still we have to see a lot of things as it moves out. I think the entire sector is going through a lot of pain in terms of NPA, in terms of loan growth, in terms of margins. So, even if you have a good managing director, I think these are the things which comes from the top, and these are the sectoral headwinds, and I don't think, so after today's run-up, the stock trades at around 1x price to book, and I don't think that, ROEs are going to be any materially different, at least for next 2-3 years. So I would, at this point in time, I still remain, slightly negative on the stock. And we have a hold rating, and I'll continue to maintain that.
Okay, then Parag, in that case, am I too hopeful in asking you whether any other stock could see a re-rating post this?
No, I mean, see, this plan is, it's a compilation of the announcement done by the government over the past 3 to 4 months. I don't see anything new in the overall scheme of things. Capital was already announced earlier. Bank Board Bureau will get operational from 1st April 2016, and it's a structural problem. I mean, nobody from the private sector wants to lose out the hefty pay packages which are into millions and take very challenging role of PSU. It's not only about money; it's also about the processes. It's also about the culture. It's also about the people who are employed. I mean, one man cannot change 10,000 employees. I mean, it's very, very, very difficult. So until unless you see a sea change in terms of broad-based structural reforms across the organization, it is very difficult to put and difficult to conclude that things will going to change in a very drastic manner.
So basically, you don't see this as a game changer for the PSU banks. Parag, asset quality is the key near-term stress, and the new revamp plan has not done much to alleviate the stress of the banking space. How do you read the announcements on NPAs, and therefore how do you expect the NPAs for PSU banks to pan out?
See, I think there was no announcement at all so far as the NPAs are concerned. It was only a general statement that will provide a handholding to SEBs. The policy reforms will be, quick and responsive. I mean, all these things we already know. I mean, just to take an example, the 6 SEBs got restructured in September 2012, and the moratorium is getting over next month. So we were hopeful that there will be some announcement as regards to how they are going to do something about SEBs, because around 50 to 60,000 crores of loans are, if that problem is not addressed, then I think we'll see a NPA in next 1 month. So there was no announcement on SEB side. There was no announcement on how to tackle the high leverage problem, or how to tackle some of the power projects which are not getting PPA signed. I mean, so all these problems are requires lot of interministerial discussion and etc. So just giving a general statement that we're going to solve this, until unless some concrete steps are taken, I don't think there is any reason to get bullish on the names.
What about the formation of the bank board bureau? Do you see a lot more consolidation, mergers in this space because of this? I mean, could it get a leg up? Or even, if not just that, the appointments in future, could they be at least a big positive for the banking sector in the long term?
Yes, I agree. I mean, see, BBB will definitely have some speed in terms of appointments for MDs or even EDs and etc. That point is well taken. And but see, again, I mean, if the MD is getting appointed from the same lot, nothing is going to change. It's only that we'll see some faster implementation from the side of the government. That is there, but again, that PERA also points out that they are hopeful of taking some mid-level appointments from the private sector. I don't know how that will fit in the overall scheme of things, because if you have, say, general manager credit at one is earning 15-16 lakhs, and you bring somebody from outside with maybe say 50 lakhs or 1 CR of package, I don't think that is going to kind of I mean, I don't know how other employees of the PSU will take that in what spirit. So it's very challenging to operational basis how to implement all these things. And secondly, on terms of consolidation, see, we have a lot of example in the past. Look at Kotak Bank. I mean, with a kind of bank Uday Kotak is running, he is also finding it, I will not say difficult, but very challenging to merge ING Vyasa Bank, which is again a private sector bank. So if you merge to PSU Bank, I mean, a lot of energies, time, manpower is used to merge the bank. Rather than, at this time, I think more energy and time is required to tackle the NPA problems. So I don't think that is going to change anything, or I don't even see merger and acquisition a near-term possibility.
Okay, Parag, we'll leave it at that. Thanks for joining in. Some news on JM Financial. The stock is up nearly 3%. JM Financial has announced that its wholly owned subsidiary has entered into a Memorandum of Understanding MOU with the Seabury Group for strategic cooperation to provide investment banking advisory services to Indian corporates for their activities in aviation, aerospace and defense. Remember, defense is a big focus area